Many business owners become so overwhelmed by the jargon, differing ideas, and confusion in the marketing realm that they aren't even sure where to begin with their own strategy. After years of researching and working on digital marketing strategies, I've discovered that the best way to create your perfect marketing strategy is to separate yourself from all the noise and focus on your ideal customer. Are you looking for clarity, a plan of action, and less chaos and confusion? If so, then you need to join me inside my 3-day bootcamp, PM Mastery. And at the time of this recording, there's still a few spots left. But if you miss out, don't worry. I'll be hosting a few more throughout the year. And this is a 3-day live online training session where I share all the intel on what's currently working and what's not, and give you the exact strategies that you should be focusing on to help you start, grow, and scale your property management business without all the BS and the fluff. Now let's move on to today's epic episode, and I want to dive into the topic of mastering marketing. The key to any business success actually lies in its marketing. But first, let me explain the difference between prospecting and marketing, because I get asked this question a lot with my coaching clients. Now, prospecting is essentially outbound marketing. So the goal when prospecting is to chase people that may or may not be interested in the services you offer and ultimately convert them into clients. So traditionally in real estate businesses, prospecting has been things like cold calling or door knocking. Others like to look at it in terms of one-to-one as opposed to one-to-many. So prospecting is one-to-one and marketing is one-to-many. Now, running a business myself, I know all too well that there are times when you really need to be diving into prospecting and turning a prospective client into an actual client. So how this works inside my own business? Well, when I have a list of leads, and either that's through my paid ads, my 3-letter strategy, or my website, for example, I call them, as in physically call them, and this is essentially prospecting to them, and I introduce myself and my business to them. Now, some might want to do business immediately with me. Happy days, that's amazing, but others won't. And those are the ones that I have to keep inside my funnel or my pipeline and nurture them. And this might be weekly or monthly follow-up calls and or emails. Whereas marketing involves exposing your business to people who have never heard of you before. Great marketing efforts over the long haul of your business will have positive impacts on your sales efforts. It will shorten your sales cycle, and it will help you to raise your close rates by drawing in more of the right people and helping them to understand your key differentiators, which will mean that your team will not have to reach as far and wide to close their new management deals. And it also includes activities like building a strong foundation for your brand through creating assets like your logo or graphics that appeal to the right customers, helping them understand what you offer through your business's messaging on websites and social media, consistently offering value by sharing solutions, advice, or helpful tips via email marketing, sharing your expertise or sharing your knowledge through blogs or podcasts, demonstrating what it's like to work with you through case studies, and making it easier to discover your website through SEO, and even getting to know you better by hosting events or webinars. Time management is precious for property managers with so many tasks to do every single day and week. Have you ever thought about how much time you waste in an average day troubleshooting annoying maintenance questions? Let me tell you, it's a lot. But there is a solution. They're called Rental Heroes, and they are the #1 natural language AI conversation platform for real estate. What does that mean? They have artificial intelligence automation that deals with all your tenant maintenance inquiry. It even logs a job in your software, all without you having to do a thing. And if you thought that was amazing, wait until you try their chatbot that collects leads on your website 24/7. Now, we all need a hero in our life, so why not make yours Alex? Mention this podcast and you'll receive your first month free. It only takes 30 minutes to set up and there are no lock-in contracts. Head to the show notes to book yourself in. Now, when your marketing and prospecting are combined to successfully generate new business, this is where you have a thing called a funnel or pipeline. Your marketing has cast a net and captured all your potential leads, and then through your marketing, brand, content, messaging, you squeeze them through different stages in your funnel. Then you might introduce prospecting and ultimately turn that lead into a paying customer. So here are some of the key areas that I recommend that you focus your marketing efforts on right now. So your website. There are a few key things to consider when it comes to your website. Number one, you want to make sure that it's optimized to capture leads. So you want to have a subscribe for your newsletter. You might want to have a lead magnet, a download, a guide to renting your property. You also want to have your messaging clear so that it demonstrates your expertise and your value and the problem that you solve for them. The front page also needs to have a call to action and be accessible for them to be able to call you or email you. Now, it's one thing to have a website, but if a potential lead can't find you, then it's pointless. So this is where you need to put some effort into your SEO, or at least get a web developer to do that. SEO is your search engine optimization, and you want to make sure that you are showing up prominently on page one in a Google search. And the best way to do this, like I said, is to seek out your web developer or some sort of SEO expert to point you in the right direction. I personally experimented with Facebook ads and Google ads, especially over the last 12 months, but particularly over the last 3 years with That Property Mum. I have had some great results with Facebook ads. They've played a major role in my brand awareness and generating leads for me. I've gone from 0 to 5,000 leads on my database for That Property Mum in a 3-year period. Facebook ads, though, inside my real estate business have led to a string of new business, mainly through the repetition of seeing the brand so consistently. Now, I want to introduce you to nurturing. Now, this is a powerful way businesses should be working with their leads coming into their business. A lead today might become a client tomorrow, but that tomorrow might be 1 month from now or 1 year from now. Developing nurture campaigns is something that, in my opinion, hasn't been done very well in traditional property management. Sales, or rather really good sales agents, do this very well. Property management only businesses can learn a lot from watching how leading sales agents work with their prospects and convert them into a listing. The principles are the same for new landlords, and nurturing the relationship is going to be more and more important as competition for new business grows and the property market enters a new cycle. Property inspections, entries, exits, incomings, outgoings, routine inspections, whatever you call them, you have to do them. And I remember when I first started as a property manager, you had to handwrite the reports and take notes on a digital camera, then upload the photo memory card to your computer and hope and pray that they weren't all blurry or your computer had enough memory to store them. But gone are those days, thanks to Inspection Express. Now, Inspection Express is not only the #1 tool used by leading property managers across Australia and New Zealand, but the leader in groundbreaking new tech in the industry with the launch of 360-degree virtual tours. Now, virtual tours is upping the ante, giving landlords, owners and directors unparalleled 360-degree virtual access to their properties. So head to the link in the show notes to book in your free demo with Inspection Express. One of the things we are seeing more and more is businesses with a strong social media presence dominating when it comes to growing their business. And the good news is that people want to see real and authentic people and content. Gone are the days when perfection and filters reigned supreme. Customers don't want smoke screens. They want to see behind the scenes. They want to see that you are real and just like them. Importantly, they want to know that how you will be managing their investments and how you will be doing things differently from other property managers. Changing the way you connect with your audience to ensure you are coming across as real and authentic and down to earth will be vital moving forward. Storytelling has always been so important in marketing, but it's even more important now so. We started testing putting more and more storytelling into our emails and ad copy and social media, and it works. Social media is becoming the new TV for many people. And what's all over the TV? Storytelling, reality shows, dramas. If social media, which also means paid ads too, is taking over as the new TV for people, then we have to mirror that in our content. This is a skill that would be worth sharpening if you don't feel like a naturally good storyteller, or using it more if you are a good storyteller. Now, being the face of your brand and showing up consistently on video is going to be critical. Many people won't like to hear this, but your business needs to have a strong face to your brand. If you're not actively representing your brand as the face of it on video and creating content, you're being drowned out by competitors who are. This means you must prioritize creating content, essentially video content. And we've known this for a very long time, and it's only becoming more and more important. And I know a lot of you out there worry about being perfect or have the fear of putting yourself out there. But if you do anything this year, push yourself out of your comfort zone and force yourself to show up on social media and in video content, and even when it feels very confronting and scary. Now, I want to share, to wrap this podcast episode up, I just want to share 4 ways to improve your marketing to guarantee success. And it will include some of the information that I've just shared with you, but I will dive a little bit deeper in. If you are anything like me, you think you know your rent roll numbers. Well, I thought I did until I had a rent roll health check, and I was quite literally shocked. The money I was leaving on the table was astounding. And this is not something that I'm proud to admit. There were missed management fees, let fees, advertising, and lease renewal fees not being charged, and properties even without bonds. And all of this was happening despite monthly audits being conducted in my business. So how did I uncover all these gaps in my valuable income? Well, I had a rent roll due diligence from my good friend Tazi, aka the Rent Roll Queen and founder of the Tazi Way, a specialist in rent roll due diligence, business valuation, and management rights. The Tazi Way is the innovative force driving the real estate industry. With 25 years of business and real estate acumen, they find gaps and risks in your agency to find undiscovered value. If you'd like to book your business in for a rent roll due diligence, head to the link in the show notes and mention That Property Mum for a 10% discount. Step 1 is to create a marketing strategy that incorporates digital marketing and social media. Many business owners become so overwhelmed by the jargon, differing ideas, and confusion in the marketing realm that they aren't even sure where to begin with their own strategy. After years of researching and working on digital marketing strategies, I've discovered that the best way to create your perfect marketing strategy is to separate yourself from all the noise and focus on your ideal customer. Put yourself in their shoes. How much time do they have? What is going to get their attention? What is going to get their engagement? If you start your journey off with answering these questions, your marketing strategy is guaranteed to convert, and it will literally come to you. You can head to the link in the show notes and download my freebie guide on how to work out your ideal client. Now, step 2 is the secret to attracting leads and converting buyers, and that is through messaging. It's the second biggest component of marketing success. This is how you talk to your audience, connect with leads, sell your business, and ultimately attract leads that help say yes to your services. If your lead generation isn't bringing in and converting quality leads, there's a good chance your messaging is off. There are crucial components your messaging needs to have to be successful and turn those leads into clients. First, you must create an emotional connection with your audience. To do this, you have to be clear on their emotions, what frustrates them, what are their dreams, what do they want to achieve, what problems do they need solved, and how are you going to solve the problem. This is how you attract your potential clients. People make decisions and take action as a result of emotions. So everything you do in your marketing needs to be driven by this. Next, and a lot of people miss this, you have to incorporate your ideal customer's language into your messaging. You might understand what your ideal customer needs, but if you don't use their language to convey the need and the solution, they aren't going to connect with you. So if your audience's language is simple, your messaging needs to be simple. If you overcomplicate your messaging, the connection just won't be there. And just because the foundational work in your messaging is complete doesn't mean you are set for life. You need to listen to your audience, listen to your leads, pay attention to your comments, and use that feedback to make messaging changes that continues to connect with your ideal customer. Step 3, you want to get attention and stand out from the noise. Your voice, your unique points of difference, and your angles should be yours and yours alone. They should be representing you and your brand values and shouldn't sound like anyone else's. If you want to stand out far above the noise and garner the attention of your ideal customers, you must be unique. Here are some important things to remember. Attention is currency. If you can grab attention or the attention of your potential customers, you are a few short steps away from turning them into a paid customer. Create content that is relevant and educational, and the most successful businesses and brands that I work with always have an element of their own voice, values, and personality in their brand. Step 4, secrets to successful paid ads. Paid ads are at the tip of the iceberg for marketing success. It's going to amplify all of these previous 3 steps, and any agency or marketing support you get must be able to address these other components, not just the paid ads. A lot of people just jump straight into paid ads before having their strategy nailed down, before having their messaging, before having their projections set up, before knowing how they're going to stand out with their copy and creative. And that's why they're ultimately not successful. So that's the first secret to successful paid ads. Make sure you've completely put in place each of the first 3 steps here before diving into paid ads. The next incredibly important secret to successful paid ads is tracking your numbers. Not just tracking your numbers in your ad account, but tracking your numbers through your funnel, to tracking those from leads to becoming paying customers. And I would be happy to chat with anyone thinking about considering paid ads and would be open to sharing my tips and strategies with you. I do have some training coming later in the year on setting up and running Facebook ads as well. So if you're still wondering, marketing is the foundation of your business success. And in my opinion, it is the biggest growth factor in property management businesses. Without the right marketing in place, your business won't be successful because no one will know you even exist. And don't forget, once your funnel starts filling up, you want to add in prospecting, start emailing and calling those leads as well. If they are on your database, they are a warm lead. And if you've done your job properly with your marketing, it won't take much to convert them into becoming a paying client. There's been so much talk of stress, overwhelm, and burnout in property management lately. Do you want to know how I overcame all of that? Yes, I hit rock bottom multiple times, but I got myself a virtual assistant. Actually, not just 1, but 3. But I didn't just get any VA, I got a PM VA. What are they? Well, they are the most well-trained in the business. And not only that, you also have a backup VA, so that essentially your business is never without admin support ever again. And my health, time, and business has never looked back. Your PMVA can take care of tasks like rent arrears, lease preparation and renewals, maintenance follow-up, routine inspection bookings, data entry, audits, prospecting, inbox management, and so much more. And the best part of implementing a PMVA in my business was that it freed up my time and my team's time to take care of important things like customer service. What makes me feel so safe is that PMVA is owned by Tiffany Botel, both here and in the Philippines, making my data secure and giving me more control over the VA arrangement. So head to the link in the show notes to book in your discovery call with Lady Boss Tiff. Okay, tell me, would you like to make maintenance your superpower? Well, you can. And you don't even need to tell anyone, it's all thanks to Tappy, a powerful property care software that takes all the pain, stress, and chaos out of dealing with maintenance and turns it into a predictable process that is reliable and frictionless, where every maintenance process is a smooth experience for everyone, with value adds that your owners and tenants will absolutely love. And it seamlessly integrates with your property management software too. And here's the bonus, it can actually help grow your business as well. And if you're rolling your eyes at me right now and thinking, yeah, right, I've heard all this before, then do yourself a favour and book in for a demo at tappy.com.au. Mention That Property Mum and receive 1 month free on Tappy. Can I ask you a quick favour before you leave this episode? Now, we all know how important reviews are for businesses these days, and mine is no different. If you could spare just a minute to follow, rate and review this podcast, it would mean a lot to me. In fact, what would get me super excited is if you share this podcast with someone in the industry who you think might need to hear some of the episodes right now. And if you'd like to find out more about working with me or any of the products I have to help you start, grow or scale your property management business, head to my website, thatpropertymum.com.au, or check out the links in the show notes.